really doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on this Gina Carano cancellation, aren't they? I forgot to come up with something better for the intro. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate harpy. You know, when they can't cancel somebody and fire somebody, what do? They just hide. They just quietly make them vanish. They remove episodes that they're from. They cancel their toy lines with the figures that they're modeled from, or at least that are modeled from them. They remove books, and now here's the adding insult to injury. They're removing an episode of a TV show, according to Bounding into Comics and Drunk 3PO and people who have been reporting on this. They're removing Gina Carano from a TV show she's already filmed. She's already got in the bag. It's already done. And they're just going to not air it. Really, really. Their advertisers are so upset. Their advertisers, or is it because once you're fired from one Disney property, you're fired from all of them? And I'm guessing that this show probably, since the type of people who are on this tend to be all the Marvel stars, all the Disney people, this is where we got the nice, wonderful clip of Brie Larson eating a bug.
I just ate a beetle larva.
She didn't get all the anal tract out, and it was kind of hilarious to see.
I don't think I got all the anal tract out, but...
We see all of our Marvel stars on the Running Wild with Bear Grylls. You know, the one where they give you the illusion that Bear Grylls is out in the middle of nowhere eating bugs and drinking his own urine, but realistically he's got just a camera crew right off the side probably, and it's television. These people are paid to pretend and lie to you to your face. Well, this one, it looked like it actually happened though, because we have some photographic proof of it. Gina, I saw this on her Instagram in January. This was where she was. She was off filming this episode of Running Wild. Is it Running Wild with Bear Grylls? Is that what it's called? Stunning snow-capped mountains out in the middle of nowhere. She was pretty much off the grid. She didn't see a lot of the first round of the cancel Gina Carano shit when this was happening, when this was going on. Oh yeah, by the way, I swear sometimes. If you guys do like my content, please hit the subscribe, share. The share button really, really helps a lot. And we're not going to let them just shun and turn their backs on people like Gina Carano. This is what happens when you have an actual strong female who is not going to take your crap, who is not going to cave and bend to the hate mobs, who is not going to allow you to lie and spread a bunch of fake information about her. This is what happens. You gotta pretty much just completely bury any mention of her from your what, TV shows? Just to distance yourself from her, just so that people won't. Well, we noticed. This is why you don't pick on people like Gina, because we noticed. And we're upset by it, aren't we? Disney shows upcoming episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls featuring Gina Carano. Not content to simply remove any trace of her character from Star Wars, it appears that Disney has now decided that they will not air an upcoming episode of the Discovery Channel series. Oh, it's on the Discovery Channel. Well, Disney owns the Discovery Channel, right? Series Running Wild with Bear Grylls. I thought it was on ABC, on mainstream TV. I guess I was wrong. In which the actress Gina Carano would have appeared as a guest star. See, now here's what really pisses me off. I'm not a size 0. I am somebody who has more of an athletic or muscular or, late night smoking, you know what, and having the munchies sort of figure. But if representation is supposed to matter to me, why are the only people we see in Star Wars, in Disney Star Wars, why are the only people we see basically grown adult bobbleheads on toothpicks?
You can't stop me, I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
Would chopsticks be better? Chopsticks is probably more offensive. We'll use toothpicks. Why are those the only ones we're allowed to see? Why are those the only women we're allowed? Oh, because a real woman will what? Kick your ass, Disney. They have opinions of their own. They're not easily controlled and owned and manipulated and shamed. They're not somebody you can just tell to shut up and submit. They're not somebody you can just say whatever you want about them and their social media accounts or anything, and they'll just take it. No. You want to silence real women, but you're trying to condition your viewing audience into accepting the worst, most submissive, most bland sort of heroes that are out there. You're trying to force your audience to submit into this good little marketing category of, oh, well, all the white, blonde, and brown, and, brunette girls, all of the little white girls need to look like Ray. Because then they're just going to buy our product because it's for them now. What if I'd rather, look like I can do my own action sequences? Maybe I'd rather look like I don't blend in behind a telephone pole somewhere where you'd actually see me. Maybe I want to look like I can do the fight scenes that are necessary for a Star Wars film. Maybe I want to look up to a woman who doesn't bend over for a company that caters to China. Right? Maybe I want to look up to somebody like that. Oh no, I'm not allowed to. Fuck you, Disney. Seriously, fuck you and fuck your hit pieces about people like me, including me. I'm in them. Carano was first announced as a guest for the 6th season of Grylls' latest show, his reality show, I can read today, on February 11th, when the official Twitter account belonging to the popular survivalist tweeted an update regarding the series' return published by Walt Disney. What's on Disney Plus? Why am I reading that as Walt Disney? Which included a list of celebrity guests who were planned to feature in their own respective episodes throughout the 6th season. At the time of the initial publication, Carano was listed as one of the show's upcoming guests, alongside a lot of Disney people like Anthony Mackie and just a lot of random celebrity. I'm surprised they haven't canceled Terry Crews yet. He was certainly anti. Maybe they had too many. And Gina was just an easy target. Maybe it would be suspicious if you canceled Terry Crews. Maybe even the wokey still kind of like him, even though they were coming after him last summer when he was saying, hey, we should all kind of work together and love each other and stop being so divisive. I'm paraphrasing. That's pretty much what he said last year. And he got called every name under the sun for that. However, according to the episode guide for Running Wild's 6th season, recently uploaded to various websites ahead of the season's March 29th premiere, Disney appears to have pulled the episode featuring Carano in its entirety. The absence of Carano's episode in the lineup can be seen on the episode guides hosted by TV Maze. Well, here's the thing though. I don't know if they've officially canceled her or if they're just pushing her back until later in the season. Because you have more than 6 episodes or 6 guest stars announced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 of them announced. So who else is missing? You got Danny Trejo, Danica Patrick. Oh, she is the only one. Huh. Here, I thought there was a few more. No, she's the only one that they didn't actually say when they're... Wow. All right. Here, I thought they just had like half of it and I had to sit here and debunk the article. No. Well then. You're just missing out on free ad revenue. What? Because your butt hurt? Because you're so afraid of a woman who can probably kick your butt? You're so afraid of us? We're so wrong. We're so evil. We're so istrophobic. Really. I hate having to pull this up every single time, but the Grammys can air this.
So in the future, there's absolutely no shame.
Man, I'd rather get a table dance from Trent Lott.
But you don't want to air a woman in the snow with Bear Grylls, who, a woman who can actually do rock climbing, a woman who's actually capable of doing some athleticism. One of my best experiences of my life, and most definitely my 2020, was hanging out with this guy, Bear Grylls, in the Dolomites. Definitely faced some fears. Much love to you, Bear. Incredible human being. So here's her Twitter, January 2nd, when she was allowed to announce that, it looks like. Looks like she just spent New Year's out there. YouTuber Drunk3PO, we know him, one of the first to discover the episode's removal, also commented on Disney's decision. Definitely check out his video on that if you want to hear what he has to say. The shelving of Carano's Running Wild appearance is but the latest attempt by Disney to unperson the actress. I hate that word. We need to start unpersoning some of these Twitterati. We need to start holding these people account. Here's what you guys have already heard if you were in the stream already. I'm going to repeat it. When you guys see these people on social media attacking, they're still running this narrative that she said something offensive. Post what she said. Force them to tell you what was so offensive. Confront them with this. Hold them accountable. They're so bent on being held accountable that they need to actually be held accountable for this. So they need to be confronted with what they think was so offensive and be forced to see what she actually stated. They need to be forced to see that she never actually said anything offensive, that anything they're offended by, they made up in their own damn heads, and they're running with this fake narrative still to attack a woman. Disney, you're attacking a woman. Do you understand how anti-Disney that is? Disney with princesses, Disney, the company of Snow fucking White, is anti-women. And this is what I've been saying my entire life. Disney is one of these companies. They'll tell you, oh yeah, a prince is coming. Oh yes, a prince is coming. You will not want for not. And it doesn't fucking happen. They're just one of these companies that say, oh yes, you need to see yourself on screen. You need a strong female role model. Oh, no. Not her. She can't be controlled. Not Gina. She can't be controlled. She won't submit. She won't back off. She won't just apologize and submit. She won't just bend over and take it. And these people need to be forced to see what she actually said and forced to answer. They need to be held accountable. They need to be forced to answer what she said was what was so offensive. Why are they offended by this? If they are so offended by the way they think people are being treated, then maybe they should stop treating people like that, right? Maybe if they're making all these comparisons, if they're bringing in their political applications to these things, then maybe they need to be confronted with their own behaviors. I am so tired of this. I am so disgusted. I am appalled that they keep trying to ruin this woman's life every single day. I see somebody post something nasty to her on Twitter, respond something nasty to her every single day. And I got into it with somebody yesterday. Pretty much most of my Twitter arguing was done with one person yesterday. And I am usually an equal opportunity offender. I will smack down a butthurt little snowflake over on social media because it's fun. Because I feast on their tears and their pain and their triggered, reeing, butthurt, crybaby screams. All right? I am one of those people. I don't care if I piss them off. I don't care if I trigger them. Because I know that they're just so easily manipulated by what the media tells them to believe. They're going to believe that she wrote something anti-Semitic or wrote something that was offensive, and they're going to react and pile on. Oh, well, I just need to have her followers know what she said, and what she said was wrong. I just need to correct, just so her followers... Oh, shut the fuck up. Who are you to correct anybody? You're a 20-year-old asshole on social media. You don't know shit about shit. I have refrigerator magnets older than some of these people, and they're the ones who are being listened to by Disney. Those are the ones who Disney is catering to people who can't even, and I guess that's what they want. They want their perfect lowest common denominator, lowest IQ sort of customer base, low information customer base is what they want. They want people who will just sit down, submit, do as they're told. Oh, see, look, it looks like you, therefore it's good. Even though anybody who disagrees is canceled, depersoned, deplatformed, and I'll probably be deplatformed. I know I've got a target on my back from Disney. I got one on my back from Paramount. I got one on my back from fucking everywhere. DC, Warner, every single one of these companies knows about me and knows I'm a big enough threat to try and hide, knows I'm a big enough threat to try and shadow ban. To know, like, all of my content on Twitter is marked as sensitive. Even if I'm tweeting out a picture of a fucking squirrel playing in snow, is marked as sensitive. You know, a squirrel from my own tree out in my front yard. These people need to be held accountable themselves since they're so bent on holding the world accountable. I have no more rant. I am just disgusted. And you know what? Fuck Bear Grylls' show. He needs to grow a pair of balls and actually stand up for the woman. He needs to say, hey, we filmed this episode. Where is it? But no, he won't, because he's owned by the mouse just like everybody else. Speaking of, or did I not? I don't know if I did or not, but speaking of people who are going to start noticing this lack of Gina Carano, lack of consistency over at Lucasfilm. People like Forbes are noticing. Forbes, who the investors actually listen to. You know, the investors who actually asked Bob Chapek, what's up with this whole blacklist in Hollywood? Why'd you fire Gina Carano? And they had to go and put on this huge political diatribe that nobody asked about. And here you go. Forbes is noticing. Forbes is calling out the confusing and hypocritical lack of sound management. This goes right into the whole Pedro Pascal can post whatever the crap he wants. Why can't Gina? This is somebody flat out saying Kathleen Kennedy needs to go. She needs to be held accountable. She needs to be held accountable for what she's doing hypocritically and her bad management skills. This whole article. I've been sitting on this article for a while, allowing my opinion to form, and that's something many companies don't do enough of these days. Instead, they often rush to conclusions too fast, yielding to the views of a few vocal members of the community rather than allowing the time and consideration to inform decisions. And you see why the financial people read this. This is their stock pricing. That's actually, it went up 0.5% for their stock prices. And this article is actually really important if you do want to go through and read this whole thing, or if you want me to do a whole video breaking it down. But this pretty much calls out the same stuff that I've been calling out, with the double standard, the hypocritical BS, all this garbage, the lack of consistency, the lack of vision, oh yeah, that's AMC. Just all of these things, canceling people for their views. Disney's approach is dangerous. This is somebody flat out calling out the cancel culture. This is basically what we've been saying, just condensed into one article that the investors are going to listen to. And hopefully this will be pretty much the straw that breaks the camel's back as far as the Kathleen Kennedy camp goes, and somebody actually holds her accountable and either doesn't renew her contract, because that's really the best case scenario right here, is that Kathleen Kennedy's contract will no longer be renewed, and somebody more competent and responsible and reasonable and consistent, and somebody with a creative vision, somebody who actually likes Star Wars and wants to tell a story and is less interested in their little self-righteous power trips and power plays. You know, maybe we can get somebody in there who can actually, fix Star Wars. But until then, I think this is a huge red flag to investors that something is wrong over in the mouse camp, especially with Kathleen Kennedy, and that something needs to be fixed right now, immediately. So I predict behind the scenes we're going to have a lot of people calling Kathleen Kennedy out behind the scenes. We're going to have a few people like Forbes. Now, Forbes, keep in mind, they were listed on that Reddit post not too long ago where they were specifically coming after all of the YouTube channels like myself, Midnight's Edge, Doomcock, Nerdrotic, Clownfish. And again, why was Forbes listed in as, we can't post them over on Reddit? They banned Forbes posts. Forbes, this is a financial magazine. This is a financial site. This is a real legit established paper. This isn't, we got this covered. This isn't a rumor site. They've banned Forbes because I think they know that this was coming. They knew this was coming. He was sitting on this article for a while, allowing my opinion to form. That's something many companies don't do enough of these days. And that's basically saying that they should have, instead of knee-jerk reacting to letting it leak to the press that she wasn't coming back, They should have figured out a way to handle these things in a more appropriate and reasonable manner that wasn't just bending the knee to the outrage mob and the Twitterati. I am going back to my live chat. Don't you guys go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
I just ate a beetle larva. I'd rather not explain